Welcome, beautiful souls, to the weekly energy forecast. I'm Felicity for those who are new here. Like I said, this is the weekly energy forecast. This is going to be from the 27th of November through to the 3rd of December. We have an interesting week this week. We have today, the 27th, the full moon in Gemini. We're in the shadow period of Mercury. I think I could be wrong on that. I might need to double check that. But we're going to get stuck into some messages. I've already called in my team, my guides, all these messages for the highest good only. If it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. Okay, it's a general collective. If you're trying to force a message into something, then it's not for you. Okay, there'll be another reading for you, but feel free to watch it all the way through. Sometimes it might be one message for you, or you might resonate with the whole reading. Now, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos and you enjoy my videos. Comment below Instagram or YouTube if this resonates with you, if you want to share some insight or anything that you feel like sharing. Okay, please put that into the comments. Love hearing from you guys. Feel free to share this video with anyone you may that feel like it will resonate with. Feel free to share it onto your stories. And a couple more things. One, it is Sagittarius season. So happy birthday to all the beautiful Sagittariuses out there. I know a few Sagittariuses and I love them. Such fun, beautiful, adventurous energy, and can be a little unpredictable, which, I don't mind in many ways. Now, so I have the Sagittarius season workshop now available. This is for $11.11 USD. You can access this through the link below on YouTube, or head to the link in my bio on Instagram at intothefiremysteryschool.com. In here, you'll find a 30 to 35 minute tarot reading full of lots of guidance and messages for the next month. There is also a beautiful guided meditation. This one is to access your inner power. It is downloadable, so it is yours to keep, okay, forever, and you can take it at any time that you like. And there is also a workbook that has a lot of information in there, a lot of journal prompts. There's rituals in there that you can do too, and a lot of other great things in there as well. If you are interested in my membership for women, this is a monthly subscription, okay? So you can cancel at any time. You're not locked in. So if you feel like you want to try for a month, see how it is for you, see if you want to stay in, or if you're like, it's not for me, that's okay as well. We have a beautiful community in there of sisterhood. We do women's circles. All of the workshops that I do, including the Zodiac season workshops, are free for members, okay? We have things in there for shadow work. We have meditations, energy clearing, like a whole library of that, but we do a lot of live events as well. The women's circles are my absolute favorite. I really enjoy them. And we do monthly readings, just a lot of stuff in there. So feel free to head to the link in my bio as well, or hit that description box below for more information and just to see if it is something that you want to try. Okay. Thank you for listening to all of that. We're now going to get stuck into these messages. Okay. So the first message that I had coming through as I was connecting was that you might find your commitment is being tested at the moment. So this could be the commitment to your goals, the commitment to your work. Maybe you're feeling tired. You're like, hey, oh my gosh, it's the end of the year. I'm exhausted. Can I keep pushing through? Okay, so take the little bits of rest throughout the day that you need to. I myself am someone that needs to take little breaks throughout my day. Otherwise, I get depleted in my energy versus other people I know who can go, and they're totally fine with that. So it could just be in regards to that you're just needing to prioritize a little bit of rest, okay, as also staying committed to the goals, committed to the work, committed to the dreams. It could be even like staying the commitment being tested in the form of like your faith, being like, you've got a lot of faith in yourself, a lot of trust in yourself, the faith in the intuition, and you might find yourself questioning it at the moment. Super normal. Okay. It happens at any time, but guys, we have the full moon in Gemini. Gemini, beautiful sign, a lot of beautiful intellect, a lot of ideas, a lot of great communication. Of course, there's the shadow side, like with any other sign as well. And one of the shadow sides of that is the really difficulty of getting out of the head, getting too hyper-focused on something and not being able to drop into the intuition. That's the shadow side. So you might be experiencing that. If that is you, the best suggestion that I can give you is to ground your energy. So doing grounded meditations, spending time in nature, doing whatever that you like to do that you really grounds you and brings you into the present moment. This could be doing art, whatever works for you. So just the message is like, don't give up though. Like, you're almost there. Sometimes when we reach that level of exhaustion, and I'm not talking about burnout, but I'm talking about that, like, oh, can I continue doing this? Oh, then maybe this isn't going to work out for me. Or we feel like we step backwards all of a sudden. That is 9 times out of 10, at least in my experience and with others that I talk to, that is the sign that you are about to experience that breakthrough. It's almost like we go back to, and we feel like we're going backwards when we're not. And I had this discussion with one of my students recently, and this is kind of how she put it. And I was like, that resonates a lot. And it's like we go back in a way for the universe or our soul, our higher self, to show us how far we've come. Because when we feel like we go backwards, we actually have a lot more knowledge, a lot more tools, and a lot more resources to be able to navigate out of that really quickly, versus like how we were at the very beginning and staying stuck in that. A lot of you are breaking chains to the past. You're rewriting your future. You're no longer going to settle. You're no longer like, you're sick and tired of even like yourself in some ways, not in a shameful way, but just like, oh my gosh, I'm so over bringing my past consistently into my present, consistently bringing it like along with me. I am ready to release this. This feels more for a lot of you that have been like doing a lot of releasing around this kind of stuff, but now it's like, I'm really over it. I'm fucking leaving it and I'm just moving forward. Also ancestral patterns. So you might be connecting to your ancestors and also releasing a lot of those patterns, releasing a lot of those things that aren't serving you, breaking the chains that your ancestors, tried to, but maybe couldn't quite get there. So you are rewriting the future though, and you are coming into a newer version of yourself. It's not to say it's a better version, okay? It's just a newer version, and it's something for you to explore. If at the moment you have a lot of ideas, again, they're all kind of up here, just start to kind of ground them down, maybe focus on 1 or 2, sit with it for a bit, play around with it for a bit, and explore it for a while before like fully putting it into action, unless you're ready to put it into action. Another message here too is like getting into the energy of play. A lot of you, it's like the shadow of Gemini getting too serious, and it's like, bring in the play. Go and have some fun. It's nearly summer here in Australia, so it's that warmer weather, the sunshine, a lot of socialization. But also, even if you're in the Northern Hemisphere and you're getting into the winter and the cooler months and the shorter days, it's like, even just bring some play into like accessing the inner child and bringing play that way. Or just, catching up with some friends or doing something that makes you feel good. And this will help release a lot of that overthinking as well. So go and have some fun. Okay. And it also helps with some rejuvenation of your energy as well. So bring back some of that life force energy. Also, releasing any fears that you have around intimacy. So if you are struggling to communicate your needs in a partnership, or you are, having some fears about getting really close to someone, because, and not to say that's not to say you don't want connection, but it's more like I'm fearing that deeper intimacy. And this can sometimes come from core wounds like rejection or abandonment that come from our past. And it's about learning, first of all, becoming self-aware of it, and then learning the tools to help you navigate that, so you can bridge that gap and bring in a lot of beautiful emotional intimacy, whether this is a new partnership or whether this is a partnership you've been in for quite some time and you're just deepening that emotional intimacy. Okay, so opening the heart as well, really accessing that space, feeling into that, clearing away, like breaking the chains that maybe are wrapped around, like I'm seeing like a heart with chains wrapped around it, and it's like you're ready to break it, you're ready to release it, and that's what's coming through here. All right, let's get a couple of tarot, then I'll get some oracle, and we'll have to close this up because Instagram only lasts 15 minutes. Okay, let's see here. What can you please for this week ahead, the 27th through to the 3rd? Okay, we have the Two of Wands and we have the Magician. Okay, and the Star. It's the surrendering to the divine, surrendering to the universe. Sometimes the let go and let God energy, let go, let the universe. You've done what you can. Now it's time to maybe shift your focus or just hold that faith, okay? Don't give up. Understanding that sometimes the stars need to align. There's things happening behind the scenes. It's not to say you can't take action. It's just a matter of using your discernment and listening to your intuition intuition on what the best step is for you at this point in time. And sometimes that is just shifting your focus, being patient, and allowing something to unfold organically after you've done everything that you possibly can. We have here the Two of Wands, which is a card of making a decision, being at a crossroads. It's patience and planning. So some of you might be at a crossroads and you're looking at different pathways, different ideas, different strategies. And it's just about taking a pause and kind of playing around with the scenarios in your mind and seeing which one feels like authentic truth to you, not what others want you to do or what you think you need to do, but really what is right for you, what feels good for you. Because you have the Magician here. This is manifestation. This is alchemy, turning lead into gold. It's letting you know that you have all the tools already within you and some of the spiritual tools as well to really help you manifest. But really, it does come from within. It's cliche. We hear it all the time, but it's the truth. Okay. But of course, outside tools definitely help too. But there is something here that you're wanting to manifest. Maybe it's like the patience that is required is getting kind of frustrating, and that's understandable. But again, don't give up. You're almost there. This is new beginnings, fresh starts, a lot of magic in the air. Maybe this is where your commitment is getting a little bit tested, like the commitment to the vision, okay? The holding the vision. It's not to say you can't experience negative thoughts. I'm not into spiritual bypassing, nor am I into escapism. It doesn't help anybody. But it's if your mind goes there, acknowledge it, but don't feed into it. You can choose to feed your energy into two things. You can feed it into those thoughts, or you can feed it into the other thoughts, which is the vision, which is the imagination, the really thinking about what it is that you're desiring, what it is that you're creating, feeling into that energy and feeding that with current actions and steps and choices in the present moment that are going to support that, versus making the choices and the decisions in the present moment that are going to support this. Okay. So again, choice is yours. There is kind of like no wrong or right way. If you're trying to figure out a path, there's just a choice that's needed to be made. We'll always be redirected, or we're always going to head towards that direction. We just have multiple different paths and avenues that we can take to get there. Some are easier than others. So I'm now going to close this out with a oracle. I'm going to get a surrender card actually for this one. Close this out, please. Thank you. We have surrender, defensiveness, and surrendering fear. But defensiveness, okay, this is very Gemini. So as in not to say they're defensive, but it's just that there can be some kind of difficulty in communication sometimes. Either the higher side of Gemini is really good at communicating, really clear communication, and the shadow is more like having some difficulty around opening that throat chakra. So to communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. So this is having the skills of not like listening to respond. So we're not listening to someone talk, but thinking in our mind on how we're going to respond. It's active listening, actually listening to what someone's saying, pausing, hearing them out, seeing how that feels within, and then communicating from there, versus it from a defensive way and versus from a way that is coming maybe from more wound. Okay. You're going to have a better conversation and that'll offer a more clear like a more clear response, a more clear outcome versus a defensive response that will just create more conflict. Okay. I'm not saying you have to agree with what the person is saying, but come at it with more clear communication. That will help. Okay, beautiful souls. I'm going to close this out. I send you so much love. Enjoy this week. Again, comment below if this resonates and head into the Fire Mystery School to see everything that I have on offer. Sending you love.